Ryan Parker only realized his mistake when the message turned blue. A flirty line meant for his brother had landed in the inbox of the one woman who barely spoke to him, the neighbor who never smiled, the neighbor who never lingered, the neighbor now typing back. And when his doorbell rang 10 minutes later, Ryan knew something was very, very wrong or very, very unexpected. Ryan Parker was many things: contractor, coffee addict, and recently a single dad. 2 7-year-old Sophie but smooth texter was not one of them, especially not at 6 o'clock a.m. when he was half asleep packing lunch and trying to figure out why the dishwasher sounded like it was growling. He wiped peanut butter from his fingers, tapped his phone, and typed a message meant for his brother Jake, who had been trying to set him up with a friend from work. Fine. Tell her I'm not totally hopeless, and yes, I'd bring my devastating charm. He added a laughing emoji and hit send. A second later, his stomach dropped. He hadn't sent it to Jake. He'd sent it to her. His neighbor, Olivia Bennett. The one who barely spoke more than a tight nod when they crossed paths. The one who seemed carved from winter frost, elegant, quiet, untouchable. The one he had never seen smile. Not once, though Sophie insisted she had a princess face. Ryan considered moving to another country, preferably one with no cell service. Before he could form an escape plan, his phone buzzed. Olivia. Devastating charm. He froze. For a moment, he contemplated burying the phone in the backyard. Another message appeared. Olivia. I assume this wasn't meant for me. His face was hot enough to melt the dishwasher. Fingers fumbling. A-typed bike. Ryan. Nitromonox. It wasn't. Sorry. Was talking to my brother. A long pause followed. A very long pause. Enough time for Sophie to ask why he looked like he'd swallowed a frog. Then 3 dots. She was typing. He braced himself. Olivia, I see. That was it. I see no lecture, no sarcasm. Just vague, terrifying acknowledgement. He was still staring at the screen when his doorbell rang. Ryan blinked. Sophie gasped dramatically. Dad! Maybe it's a package. It wasn't. When Ryan opened the door, the morning sun fell on Olivia Bennett. Wrapped in a gray coat, auburn hair pulled into a loose knot, her cheeks flushed in the cold. Good morning, she said softly. Olivia. He sounded like he'd forgotten English. She tucked a strand of hair behind her ear. I wanted to clarify that your text was unintentionally sent, but I also thought it was too funny not to stop by. Oh, he said. Then, funny. She lifted one eyebrow. Devastating charm. He groaned into his hands. Look, I swear it was about a setup, not. He gestured vaguely between them. Not directed at you. I gathered. She hesitated, then her voice softened. But it was nice to know you occasionally think of me as someone who could be flirted with. He blinked. I wait. What? She looked down at her shoes. I'm not cold, you know. I just keep to myself. Your daughter waves at me every morning. I didn't want to seem unfriendly. So you're not avoiding me? Only when you're mowing the lawn at 7 a.m. That was one time. She laughed, the first he'd ever heard. It was warm. Surprisingly warm. Sophie poked her head around his leg. Hi, Miss Olivia. Do you want pancakes? Daddy burns the first one, but the rest are okay. Olivia smiled at Sophie. That sounds lovely, actually. Ryan stared. You want to come in? Only if your charm won't devastate me. He covered his face again, mortified. I'm never living this down. Probably not, she said, stepping inside. But I don't mind. They had pancakes, burnt one included. Olivia helped cut Sophie's fruit. Sophie asked if Olivia could braid her hair. Olivia said yes. The house felt warm in a way Ryan hadn't realized it could. When he walked her to the door later, she paused on the porch. For what it's worth, she said quietly, if your charm was directed at me, I wouldn't mind that either. Ryan smiled slow, stunned, genuine. Okay. Good to know. She stepped closer, her breath warm in the cold morning air. And Ryan. Yeah, her eyes sparkled. Next time you flirt with me, maybe do it on purpose." She walked away, coat swaying, leaving him grinning like an idiot as devastatingly as possible.